Hi everybody, my name is Jim with Full Moon Adventure Club, and today we're going to be figuring out how long a 200 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery from Goldenmate will run a RV standard electric gas refrigerator. For those of you that just need that answer and that's all you came here for, it's 8 hours about. And so I hope that helps you out. I don't want to make you wait through the entire thing, but if you want to know the battery type that I used, the amp draw, and the wattage used of the RV refrigerator, and see if there's a difference between doing this test with the refrigerator hot, so I had to cool it off during the test, or doing the second test with the RV refrigerator already cooled off, stay tuned and we'll get right into that right now. So the battery we're going to be using for this test is by Goldenmate. It's a 200 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery. It was sent to me for free to do a review video on, so I figured what better way to see how many amp hours we actually get out of it than by putting it through a real world test versus, an RV refrigerator. Now you can use these batteries in pretty much any application, from boats to RVs to at your house, your own solar setups, etc. It does have a BMS or battery management system built into it that's going to protect against short circuit, over voltage, under voltage, thermal heat, all that stuff. So it's going to stay nice and safe for you no matter what you do to it, more or less. And lithium iron phosphate gives you a lot of cycles. If you take this thing from 100% to 0%, it'll give you over 2,000 cycles and still remain probably about 80% of its original capacity. If you only take it to 50% and then charge it back up because that's all you needed over the night, and then you charge it up the next day, 7,000 cycles. That is a very, very, very long time. And they do say they have a 10-year warranty, but I'll let you guys read up on that yourselves if you're interested. I will put a link in the description down below that'll take you over to Amazon or their website, so if you want to pick one of these up. The prices on lithium iron phosphate batteries have come down a lot since I started researching them, so you might be interested. Click the link down below if you are. Why don't we go out to the RV and put this guy through the test with the refrigerator right now. So now we have everything all wired up here. Negative to negative, positive to positive. So now we're going to disconnect the RV from shore power. Okay, so here's the setup. This guy's just been up here kind of being float charged. And I just unplugged it, and you can see that went down a little bit. Now we're drawing negative almost 5 amps. But now what we're going to do is turn on the refrigerator onto AC, and we'll see how long a 200 amp battery can run that. As we can see, we've just gone up to 28 amps. And this phone will record it all, so we'll see how it does. So here we have a screenshot of the phone. It's about 11:46 a.m. and it's at 100%, and you can see that this is going to show us the percentage left, the voltage of the battery. The current that we're drawing is typically around 27 amps, and the refrigerator is pulling about 350 to 360 watts pretty much continuously throughout the entire test. And as you can see, the amp hours are down there below too. Now when the refrigerator turns off right here, we are at 7:33 p.m., which gives us a runtime of 7 hours and 47 minutes. The battery was still active and still providing energy to the phone and also the meter, so I let it run, and what we ended up with before everything shut down completely was 205.4 amp hours, which is very impressive. All right, so this time the refrigerator has been on for more than 24 hours. It's completely cooled off. It's on its highest setting, still running off AC power. Just disconnected the power cord. And we're gonna run this experiment again and see how we do. Still looks like it's using 376 watts. But we'll see how long that lasts. All right, so for the second test here, we're going to start at about 10:13 a.m., 100%, same thing. Refrigerator is cooled off this time though, so it pretty much stays at 360 watts, but you can see a couple of little times there where it jumped down to 55 watts. So there were a couple of little instances where the refrigerator actually stopped using that much power, and we'll see at the end of this how much time that actually gives us having the refrigerator completely cooled off. We ended at 6:38 p.m., which is 8 hours, 25 minutes, or about 40 minutes longer with the refrigerator cool. Again, the battery's still active, so I'm gonna let this run down while it's charging the phone and stuff. And when it completely stops recording, the amp draw is going out. We end up with let's see here, 206.1 amp hours from the 200 that the battery promised. So again, very impressive. So there you go, guys. I hope that kind of helped you guys out in some way. You can always cut the amp hours right in half and assume that you're going to get about 4 hours instead of 8 out of the old refrigerator, if yours is similar to mine. Using, about 370 watts seemed like it kind of maintained that for the most part during the entire test. But of course, the refrigerator was set to the coldest setting, and it's kind of warm in the RV, so that's going to run pretty much continuously as far as my testing shows. The battery performed very, very well, giving us 206 amp hours out of the promised 200, so 6 amp hours over, which is awesome. So it's been performing very, very well. They're an awesome way to invest in just having a lot of energy in your RV while still keeping your weight down, because doing this with lead acid batteries would be probably 140 pounds versus somewhere around 50 pounds. So I really like lithium iron phosphate batteries. They last forever, and you can use all the power that's inside them without damaging the battery, which I think is great. Again, if you're interested, Amazon link in the description below so you can check the price on these guys, because it really has come down. Thank you very much, Goldenmate, for sending me this battery so I could bring this video to you guys. And if it was helpful, please like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell, because that really, really helps me out and keeps these videos coming. And that about wraps it up. My name is Jim with Full Moon Adventure Club, and until the next video, you guys, thanks so much for watching, and happy camping.